everyone, and welcome back to English on the Go, the podcast where you can learn everywhere, speak everywhere. I'm Brian, your host. Today's topic is something we all face: waiting for the perfect time. Many of us delay learning a new skill, starting a project, or making a change because we think the right moment will come. But here's the truth: the perfect time rarely arrives. And just like happiness in life, learning English is about action. If you wait until you feel ready, you might never begin. But if you start small today, you'll already be moving forward. In this episode, we'll explore why waiting holds us back, why taking action matters, and how small steps can make a big difference. Before we jump into the conversation, let's think about a few questions. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Have you ever wanted to start something like a project, a new habit, or even learning English but kept putting it off because you were waiting for the right time? Do you believe it's better to wait until you feel ready, or to take the plunge and begin right away? What's one thing you've been holding back from doing because you thought the conditions weren't perfect? Keep your answers in mind as you listen. They'll help you connect with today's discussion. Sarah, let me start with you. Do you think people wait too long before they take action?
Definitely. People keep saying, "I'll do it later, when the time is right." But the truth is, the stars will never align perfectly.
Well, isn't waiting sometimes smart? If you prepare, you're less likely to fail.
Sure, some preparation is fine, but if you always wait, you may never begin. There's no time like the present. Even small steps move you forward.
David, what's your view? Is it better to wait or to just jump in?
I think rushing can be risky. For example, if you change jobs without planning, you might regret it.
But waiting too long is risky too. Opportunities don't sit around forever. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll spend your whole life waiting.
Maybe. But sometimes patience pays off. Like when I delayed buying a car, I waited, saved more, and got a better deal.
Fair point. But if you had waited forever, you'd still be taking the bus. Sometimes you just need to take the plunge.
So, Sarah, you believe action beats hesitation most of the time?
Yes, even if you make mistakes, you learn. Mistakes are part of the journey.
But what if those mistakes cost too much?
Then you adjust. You don't give up. At least you're moving.
So can we say the idea of the perfect time is really a kind of myth?
Yeah, maybe it's just an excuse people use to delay.
Exactly. The best time to start is almost always now.
Alright, I'll admit, maybe I've used waiting for the right time as an excuse myself.
Don't worry, we all have. The key is to notice it and stop hiding behind it.
Great points. So the myth is clear. Waiting for the perfect time often just keeps us stuck. Alright, let's pause for a moment and look at some of the useful vocabulary from that discussion. Excuse. It means a reason, often weak, used to delay or avoid action. For example, saying you're waiting for the right time is just an excuse not to act. Hesitation. It means a pause or delay before doing something. For example, his hesitation before answering showed he wasn't confident about the decision. No time like the present. It means the best time to act is now. For example, you've been talking about writing a book for years. There's no time like the present to begin. Take the plunge. It means to finally decide to do something important or risky. For example, after months of thinking, she finally took the plunge and started her own business. The stars will never align perfectly. It means the situation will never be completely ideal. For example, if you wait until the stars align perfectly, you may never start your project. So, why do people procrastinate if they already know waiting isn't helpful?
For me, it's fear. Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough. That fear makes me put off taking action.
I hear that. A lot of people feel the same. They think, I'll start when I feel ready. But honestly, that day never comes.
Exactly. I wanted to start a side business once, but I let doubt hold me back. I kept thinking, what if it doesn't work? What if I lose money?
That's so common. But the funny thing is, waiting doesn't remove the fear. The only way to build confidence is to actually start.
So the longer you put things off, the harder it becomes?
Yes, it's like a snowball. Every day you delay, the fear grows bigger.
I felt that. When I delayed applying for a new job, my anxiety grew. The longer I waited, the scarier it seemed.
Exactly. And then people create excuses. I'm too busy. I'll do it next year. I need more money. Those excuses feel safe, but they're just another way of hiding fear.
So procrastination isn't laziness. It's more like protection?
Yeah, like self-protection. It feels safer to stay where you are than to risk failing.
Right, but the danger is it also protects you from success. If you never try, you'll never grow.
That's true. I've realized I wasted years just waiting.
So, the real cost of procrastination isn't just lost time, it's lost opportunities.
Exactly. And once the chance is gone, it might not come back.
That's a wake-up call.
Let's break down some of the important words and phrases you just heard. Procrastination. It means the act of delaying something that should be done. For example, procrastination can make even simple tasks feel impossible. Snowball effect. It means a process that starts small but builds up and becomes harder to stop. For example, the longer you delay, the snowball effect of fear makes action more difficult. Fear of not being good enough. It means anxiety about one's ability to succeed or perform well. For example, her fear of not being good enough kept her from speaking in public. Self-protection. It means the act of avoiding risks to keep oneself safe from harm or failure. For example, he saw procrastination as a form of self-protection against disappointment. Wake-up call. It means an event that makes someone realize they need to change. For example, missing out on the job opportunity was a real wake-up call for him. Alright, let's talk solutions. If procrastination holds us back, how can people move past it?
Start small. People think they need a huge plan, but even tiny steps matter. Remember the saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
But aren't small steps too small to really count? Like, what's the point of doing just 5 minutes of something?
That's the thing. 5 minutes is better than 0. Small steps create momentum. Once you begin, it's easier to keep going.
So the key is just to get started?
Exactly. Even writing one sentence of an essay or practicing 5 new words in English gets the ball rolling.
I usually feel like I need to block out hours to make it worth it.
That mindset is what holds people back. If you wait for hours of free time, you may never start. But if you use the 10 minutes you have, you'll still make progress.
Good point. So even 10 minutes of practice or one phone call is better than nothing.
Absolutely. And sometimes you need to strike while the iron is hot. When you feel motivated, take action right away.
So like when you suddenly feel inspired to go for a run, you should just go, not overthink it?
Yes, if you wait, that motivation might fade. But if you act quickly, you build energy.
I see. And I guess opportunities don't last forever. If you wait too long, the chance might disappear.
So Sarah, in your view, small steps and quick action are the real keys.
Yes, action builds progress. Waiting only builds excuses.
Alright, I'll admit it. I usually make excuses like, I'll start next week, but maybe one small action today is the smarter move.
Exactly. Small steps today are always better than big promises tomorrow.
Here are a few expressions from this section that you'll find very useful. Momentum. It means the force or energy that keeps something moving or growing. For example, once you start studying every day, you build momentum and it becomes a habit. Momentum. Get the ball rolling. It means to begin an activity or process. For example, writing just one sentence will get the ball rolling on your essay. Strike while the iron is hot. It means to take advantage of a good situation or moment before it disappears. For example, she decided to strike while the iron was hot and apply for the job immediately. Tiny steps. It means very small actions that still help move toward a goal. For example, even tiny steps each day can lead to big progress over time. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It means a proverb meaning great achievements start with simple actions. For example, don't wait, remember. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let's bring this closer to real life. Can you both share personal experiences about waiting versus starting?
Sure. For me, it was learning guitar. I always dreamed of playing, but I kept waiting for the right time. I thought I needed more free hours, more money for lessons, maybe even the perfect teacher.
And I bet that perfect time never showed up.
Exactly. The stars never aligned. Finally, one day I told myself, there's no time like the present. I ordered a cheap guitar online and started watching YouTube tutorials.
How was it at first?
Awful. My first song sounded terrible, my fingers hurt, and I'm pretty sure my neighbors were ready to move out. Laughs. But still, I was playing, and every week, I got a little better.
That's brave. So you didn't wait for perfect conditions, you just began.
Exactly. If I had waited for the ideal time, I'd still be waiting today.
What about you?
I did the opposite. I wanted to change jobs for years, but I kept saying, not yet, maybe next year. I told myself I needed more experience, more savings, more confidence. I just kept putting it off.
How long did you wait?
5 years. I was stuck in the same role feeling frustrated. Finally, I took the plunge. And you know what? I wished I had done it earlier.
What held you back the most?
Honestly, fear. I thought, what if I fail? What if the new job is worse? But in reality, staying in the same place was worse.
That's the danger. Waiting feels safe, but it also steals time.
Yeah. Looking back, I realize I lost years of growth because I hesitated.
So, two different stories, but the same lesson. Action beats waiting.
Exactly. Even imperfect action creates progress.
And endless waiting just creates regret.
Let's review the key vocabulary that captures these ideas. Hesitated. It means paused before taking action due to uncertainty. For example, she hesitated before answering the difficult question. Ideal time. It means the perfect or best possible moment to do something. For example, he kept waiting for the ideal time to change careers. Put something off. It means to delay doing something. For example, he kept putting off applying for a new job. The stars never aligned. It means the situation never became perfectly ideal. For example, she kept waiting to start her project, but the stars never aligned. Imperfect action. It means taking steps forward even if conditions or results are not perfect. For example, imperfect action is better than endless waiting.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content. Click the subscribe button and stay updated with our latest episodes.
So, is waiting always bad? Or do you think there's a healthy balance between planning and acting?
I think there's definitely a balance. Some preparation is necessary. For example, if you're moving to a new city, you should save money first. That's smart planning, not procrastination.
Yes, I agree. A little planning is wise. You need a safety net. But when planning turns into endless preparation, you're just holding back.
Can you give an example, Sarah?
Sure. I had a friend who wanted to start her own bakery. She kept saying, "I'll do it once I take one more baking course, or when I find the perfect location." But 5 years passed and she still hadn't opened it.
I can relate. That's what happened with my old job. I kept telling myself, I'll apply once I finish another training or when I feel 100% ready. I was always getting ready, but I never felt ready enough.
That's the trap. You add one more course, one more year, and suddenly years go by. But honestly, action is the best teacher.
So, in your view, preparation is helpful only up to a point?
Exactly. You need enough to get started, but you don't need everything to be perfect.
I agree. Perfection doesn't exist. You'll never be completely ready.
Right. If you wait for perfection, you'll miss the chance. Progress comes from trying, adjusting, and learning as you go.
So the balance is, prepare enough to feel safe, but don't let preparation become procrastination.
Yes, that's it. Careful planning plus action. Both are important, but only action moves you forward.
Exactly. Think of it like swimming. You can check the water, stretch, and prepare, but at some point you have to jump in.
True, you can test the water all day, but you won't learn to swim until you get wet.
That's a great way to put it. Preparation has its place, but action is what creates change. Let's break down some of the important words and phrases you just heard. Endless preparation. It means planning so much that you never actually start. For example, her endless preparation stopped her from opening the bakery. Holding back. It means preventing yourself from acting or moving forward. For example, fear was holding him back from applying for a new job. Perfection doesn't exist. It means the idea that nothing can ever be completely perfect. For example, if you wait for perfection, you'll never begin. Safety net. It means something that protects you from risk or failure. For example, saving money gives you a safety net before moving to a new city. Action is the best teacher. It means we learn more by doing than by waiting or planning. For example, he realized that action is the best teacher when he started his own project. Alright, let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway from today's talk?
For me, it's clear. Waiting for the perfect time is an illusion. You can set the bar high, but don't let that stop you from starting.
I agree. I used to think waiting would protect me from mistakes, but now I see that mistakes are part of the process. And really, there's no time like the present. Even one small step counts.
Exactly. Action creates clarity. You figure things out by doing, not by sitting around thinking.
David, do you still think preparation is important?
Yes, preparation has value. It gives confidence, but I realize now it's useless without action.
That's the balance. Plan a little, then get the ball rolling. If you wait until everything is perfect, you'll wait forever.
True, I should have started sooner with my career changes. But hey, better late than never.
That's the spirit. And once you start, you often realize it's not as scary as you imagined.
So, less fear, more action?
Exactly. From now on, no more endless waiting. I'm done with excuses.
Good. The journey starts today, not someday. Even noticing one small step every day makes a difference.
I love that. So let's all remember, the best time to start is now.
Now and always.
And if you stumble, just keep moving. Every step is progress.
Beautiful. That's the perfect note to end on. Alright everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Don't wait for the perfect time because it may never come. Remember what Sarah said, the stars will never align. And what David learned, sometimes waiting too long means missing opportunities. Instead, focus on taking small steps now, because there's no time like the present. We've also prepared a free PDF vocabulary list with today's idioms and phrases, so you can review and practice after the show. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share it with a friend, and leave us a comment. Your support helps us keep making new episodes for you. Thanks again for listening, and remember, English on the go, learn everywhere, speak everywhere. See you next time.